Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with some more content on Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Today, I wanted to kind of do a walkthrough on Gandalf the Grey. With Gandalf the Grey, there's a lot of debate on how he should be built, and I want to give you a couple different options. So, I'm going to pull him up really quick, and let's start with the skills. Okay, he's got the Grey, which restores hit points. Okay, also gives focus. Mithandril, which will give dual blows to the formation. It depends on how many rounds, what the level is, and also gain initiative. Then there's White Council, which gives less damage for the first 5 to 7 hits, which is probably one of the top 2 support skills in the game. And then it has Wizard. And this is Gandalf the Grey's damage dealing skill. But the thing is, Gandalf the Grey will never be a damage dealer. No matter what equipment you have on him, what build, or what formation, Gandalf the Grey will never do enough damage to outweigh his ability as a support. So, as always, with Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White, you want to max out White Council first. Again, that's one of the top 2 best support skills in the game. Because with this, you're mitigating a lot of damage. Because it is modified by focus stat, and that is the main stat you're going to be wanting to put on Gandalf. Now, the debate comes whether you should put it in the Grey for healing, which is also modified by focus, or if you should put it into the bottom R0 skill to try to get the dual blows. Because maxed out on the dual blows, it's a 60% chance to do dual blows each round. Now, this kind of depends on your formation. If you're running them with, say, a Gil or somebody like that, or anybody that gives unit damage, troop unit damage buffs, then maybe you want to go more for the dual blows. But Gandalf by himself on a regular formation where he is just the support, you're running, say, Frodo or Falcon, Gandalf the Grey, and 2 damage dealers, it doesn't really make sense to put all your focus into dual blows because Gandalf the Grey's formation isn't going to be doing that much damage. His units aren't buffed. So that's why in regular kind of formations with the tank, a support, and 2 damage dealers, I recommend going the Grey. With the healing modified, it's not going to be great heal because healing just isn't that great anymore in the game, but it will give it something and it will help. Now, again, if you're running, like Theo, Gil, Elrond that give troop unit damage buffs, then the dual blows make sense. Now, as far as geared, you're going to want things that are focus based, plain and simple. Now, the big difference between Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White is also going to be doing damage besides his support role with the White Council or White Rider. He's also able to do some damage, and it can amount to quite a bit of damage. But with Gandalf the Grey, he's not going to be doing that much damage. So you're going to want, in my opinion, to load him up with focus and command. So, as you see, I have the Nordor Sword. It gives me command, it gives me a lot of focus. I have the Swan Helm. Same thing, focus. It gives me some unit defense, which helps. And then HP, same thing with the armor, gives me a lot of focus, some HP. And then for the accessory, if I had the golden fiddle, I would use that, but I only had the purple fiddle, the Hobbit fiddle. So it gives me focus, unit defense, and command. So what the command does is command will help, as you can read here, damage received from commander's formation minus 21.9%. Damage dealt by the commander's formation. Then it also has healing granted by the commander's formation is plus 50%. So that's why I go command and unit defense. I could have put a different helmet in here that gave me command and focus, but I used my other one on Galadriel. So it's all about using what you have, making the best out of what you got. Now, if I wanted to run, for those that wanted to run him with damage, you would run something kind of like this, where you have commander focus plus commander damage. Now, for here, you would want a smoking pipe. And that's kind of the setup you would use for Gandalf the White. But again, it doesn't make much sense to use Gandalf the Grey like that because that's not his main functions. Let me switch this back before I forget because I have my armies out places. So again, this is things that you can think about when you're building a formation. The way you skill your different commanders depends on also what kind of formation you have built. I'm going to take a look at his relic, which is Glamdrel. Okay, as you can see, it gives command, and a lot of the relics will have the stats to support his skills, which is another thing you can take a look at when you're building your commanders, what your commander really needs. So he gives command, focus, and then unit attack, unit defense. And the skill is damage received by the commander's formation, minus 2%. So obviously, you can refine that and get up to 10%. So, his relic is a decent relic. Who doesn't like minus minus damage against your formation? So that's pretty much it on Gandalf. If you want, leave any comments of things that you think would work or might not work, or things that you just have questions on. You can always ask in my comments page. As always, please like and subscribe, but make the most out of what you got.